Last game. Go to SBR Odds and Sportsbook Review. The doubleheader on TNT, the late game. Clippers at home to the Jazz. Clips 3.5, 196.5 the total. First two games stayed under. Last two games went over. And how about this story? The 2017 playoffs. ISO Joe. Joe Johnson been terrific. One game won. And down the stretch of game 4, the Jazz closed on a 25-11 run. Johnson scored or assisted on 22 of the 25 points. I thought this guy was finished, Teddy.
Yeah, I mean, Joe Johnson's been making money for his backers in the playoffs. I can't think of how many series. Remember when he was in Phoenix? And they're like, I don't know if we should pay him. And Atlanta paid him all that money. And everyone's like, why are the Hawks paying Joe Johnson all that money? And then Joe Johnson, like, single-handedly won 3 playoff series for them with some ridiculous shots. A guy who's been in the league since 2001. He's got 43,000 minutes, 4,000 playoff minutes. You know, too old, too slow. Not in game 4 he wasn't. Not throughout the series. What's he? 33 of 59 from the floor. That's 77 points in 129 minutes. And why was he the go-to guy down the stretch? Clips don't have a counter. You know, Clippers are using Luke Mbah-a-Moute on Gordon Hayward. You know, which means they got to find somebody else for Joe Johnson. All right, Jamal Crawford? No, can't do it. Joe Johnson too strong. J.J. Redick? No. Again, Johnson so physical, so tall, he beats those guys down in the post. Maurice Spates, you know, guarding away from the basket. It's no good matchups for Doc Rivers. And I'm telling you what, Johnson's as smart as it comes, as much filled with veteran savvy with that basketball. His quote, I'm just trying to get to a sweet spot, running pick and rolls with guys like Rudy. Of course, Rudy Gobert back in play for Utah. Quote, you're not going to get trapped as much because he's going to end up the one catching lobs. I make them kind of go get deep inside the paint a lot and make plays for everybody, not just myself. He's not the only one that had a great quote here, Pauly. Chris Paul had one too.
Yep, he said, quote, Joe got going. I don't know how many he hit down the stretch. We got to do better on defensive rotations. Joe was unbelievable with his pace and how to get his spots and stuff like that. We got to make it tougher, end quote. Well, something that can help is they get Austin Rivers back in Game 5. They need some help with CP3, who had 27 points, 9 rebounds, 12 assists, no turnovers. Still lost the game. Crawford had 25 points, but he picked up his 5th foul when they were up 7 in the 4th quarter, and that's when all hell broke loose. Doc said the foul trouble hurt us. That was a big foul. That 5th foul, we had it going. That was huge because they had to take Crawford off the floor. That left CP3 out there trying to create without Jamal. I thought that was the big turning point in the game, and they were horrible on offense the rest of the way. I mean, I don't know what to expect the rest of the series, Teddy. Without Griffin now, and maybe Rivers gives them a spark, but again, it reminds me of Miami and Toronto last year where key players were out.
Yeah, I mean, look, when the Clips get 27 points, 9 boards, 12 assists on a day where their point guard has 0 turnovers, okay, Chris Paul's not going to play a whole lot better than that. When you can't win those type of games, that's a concern. But this has been a legitimate zigzag series. You know, we've seen it go back and forth, and we've seen the Clips take control. We've seen Utah take control. Now Utah seemingly has things in their favor. And I'll tell you what, in the series that are going like this, where it's not dominant home team or dominant road team, I'm much more inclined to take points in the Game 5s and the Game 6s than I am to lay them. And this is certainly one of those instances for me. I don't trust the Clips right now laying this price. Not without Blake Griffin on the floor, because when Crawford's hitting and Paul's hitting and it's still not enough for them to win, what else can they do, really? I hope Austin Rivers is back on the floor and hitting shots, too.
That's such a big loss. You're up 7 with 6 minutes. You can take a 3-1 lead and close out at home, and they let it get away. Hey, guys, for the full video, go to sbrpicks.com.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to our channel. Now we've put a lot of work into producing all these free videos, so please help us out and keep all our content free for you forever by simply liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Now, not to mention, a visit to our industry-leading website will warm the hearts of all our SBR employees, especially myself. Now, the links are over there to the left, so do check those out. Thanks for watching.